What's happening? Welcome to the Apple Byte for all the good and bad inside the world of Apple. I'm Brian Tong, your friendly Asian skunk who smells a whole lot better. Now let's get to the show and we kick things off. Get it? Because of Super Bowl weekend. Well, all right. Well, the latest story is the first unconfirmed pictures from 9to5Mac of what's believed to be the rear shell of the next-gen iPad 5. The photos do match up with the initial reports from iLounge of its dimensions and iPad mini-esque beveled edge design that we've been expecting. Now, one reader even overlaid the purported photos on top of a current full-size iPad to show the difference in size thanks to the rumored slimmer bezels around the screen. October is still the current target for the next release, but that could obviously change. But you guys want some real, official Apple news? Well, the Big A has announced that the 128GB iPad 4 with Retina display will be available for sale on February the 5th, starting at $799 for the Wi-Fi version and $929 for the cellular version. Now, I'm all for more options, and this storage sets a new bar for competing tablets to step up their game. But now we're seeing incremental upgrades with the iPad New, then 6 months later to the iPad 4, and now this new 128GB model that we're calling the iPad New. And then the iPad New that's coming in October, so it's just getting a little out of hand. Now, iLounge's latest report claims the rumored low-cost iPhone will be a mix of the iPhone 5 and the iPod Touch with iPod Classic curves. Basically, it will look like an Apple design device. Now, they say it will be primarily constructed out of plastic, with the device reportedly half a millimeter taller and wider, but also 1 millimeter thicker. And that's just way too big of a phone. The report also says the sides and the rear will all be flat and connected by distinct curves, so we'll see. All right, let's get back to reality, and new schematics of what appeared to be the next-gen Apple TV showed the device being half a centimeter smaller in a US regulatory filing. But slow your roll, Apple has said it had to file new paperwork with the FCC following the change of one of its internal components that would not affect any of the product features. The component in question appears to be an updated A5X processor and an updated internal antenna, according to AnandTech, but this will not be a brand new Apple TV. All right, let's take a quick break to show you 2 apps of the week. This week, it's all about the new social app Vine and the game Temple Run 2. Now, Temple Run 2 is the sequel to, get this, Temple Run. It brings new graphics, new environments, new obstacles like this sweet sliding rope, whee! More power-ups, and a bigger monkey. Seriously. Now, the best thing about it is that it's free. Now, our other app, Vine, is a new free social app that lets you create short looping 6-second videos and share them on your social networks. Just hold on the screen to record segments of video to create your masterpiece. See, we even made this one of the entire Apple Byte staff that just loves working here. You know, it's really great to be part of a committed team. So make sure you check out those apps. Now, Apple will finally have a new fruity rival after RIM, the company behind the BlackBerry phone, officially changed their name to, can you guys guess it? BlackBerry. Now, they launched their new phone called the Z10, which is BlackBerry's next-gen, all-new 4.2-inch touchscreen phone. It's a solid first entry and something BlackBerry fans will be happy about, but it doesn't really do anything different that stands out enough to make someone switch over to a BlackBerry phone at the moment in this very competitive market. Now, the Berry boys also announced the Q10, which still retains the classic tactile keyboard and a smaller 3-inch touchscreen, but it's expected to arrive later sometime in April. All right, guys, let's get to the quick bites. And an over-the-air update for iOS 6.1 is here if you haven't done it already. Improvements include the ability to now purchase movie tickets with the help of Siri through Fandango. It brings new LTE carrier support internationally, and you also might notice a revamped look to the player controls when you're using them with your screen locked. Also, the Big A recently fired one of their China-based labor suppliers after an audit found 74 underage workers at one company. Apple reported it in their latest supplier responsibility report, showing that they're actually making changes with their manufacturing relationships. Also, the Steve Jobs biopic starring Ashton Kutcher was shown off at the Sundance Festival this past week to very lukewarm and middle-of-the-road reviews. Our own Casey Newton saw the film and said it fell flat, with the viewers spending 2 hours watching cardboard cutouts, losing arguments to Kutcher.
Even if you were developing this for freaks like us, and I doubt you are, Nobody wants to buy a computer. Nobody.
How does somebody know what they want if they've never even seen it?
Now, I'm still willing to give it a try, even though the teaser clip didn't really give me anything to get excited about, but online reactions ranged from, he's no Noah Wiley, to dude, where's my iPad? Now, Kutcher was so committed to the role that he decided to try going on the SJ all-fruit diet, but it landed him in the hospital, and he said his pancreas levels were completely out of whack. You know, it might have been a sign that no one can pretend to be Steve Jobs. All right, guys, now we asked you about Siri last week, and a lot of you said you still talk to her. Thomas Miller says, I use Siri regularly to set reminders, calendar events, timers, make calls, and do quick math problems. Thomas, 17 times 5 minus 2 plus 60 equals 143. I love you. Aww. Now, Tyler Crislet says, I really try to use Siri, but it's not worth it. It's awkward in most environments. And Eduardo Lopez writes in with, I only use Siri when my friends are busy, so I talk to her. So she's your friend. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Email us at theapplebyte@cnet.com, and we'll answer your questions. Enjoy the Super Bowl weekend, and you know the team to beat? My 49ers. That's right. We are gold-blooded here at the Apple Byte. We'll see you guys next week. Touchdown!